There we go. Hmm. Hello, and how are you today? This is W.A. Boykin II, Smart Home New Construction, with our Saturday show. I feel good. I feel great. I feel terrific. I feel good. I feel great. I feel terrific. I feel good. I feel great. I feel terrific. I've got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart, I've got that joy, 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 joy. Down in my heart, down in my heart to stay. I've got that joy, 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 joy. Down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. I've got that joy, 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 joy. Down in my heart, down in my heart today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be there? Would you be our neighbor? Hello, and thank you for joining in on our Saturday show. Feeling sort of good and have to admit, like for real, feeling kind of happy. Let's see, what did I do with that? Ah, here we go. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold back. Well, I should prob you, warn you I'll just be fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why, cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Yes, sometimes it's just good just to be happy for happiness' sake, if not just for happiness' sake, because sometimes things do happen, and the best you can do is just do your best to find the happiness in that situation, even if it's something such as, I had a friend recently who has gone to be with the Father. And, I had to find the happiness and even remembering our happy times when I was with her. So you have to think of those happy times and give yourself a happy day. Then, on top of it, when you do have a chance to be happy, go ahead and just be happy. And then sometime I remember I was wild thing I had seen Oprah. And Oprah had this is way back, way before even Oprah really started, when she first started coming out with the old magazine. And there was an article she had on how you could actually choose to be happy. And I was like, wow, that is different. So, sometimes you just have to choose to be happy. Today, I am choosing to be happy. However, also, I am very happy because I had some good things happen. And I'm wishing happiness for you and believing happiness for you as well. Okay. So today we're on our show. What we're going to do is we're going to go down our steps and we'll give you something to look over while we are. Okay, that's how I do that. while we go over our steps. And we will play our video in the background. Okay, as I remember how to do this again. Okay, let's see. Next thing. So that's going to play in the background while we're just going through. And what do we do today? We're going to do what we always do, which is going through our, make sure I'm sharing this correctly. Not getting got this time. Oh, good. I am sharing this correctly. Excellent. So we're going to go through our steps. Our steps are first, show me the money. I love all people. And that's why I keep doing this because I love all people. That's why I keep telling you to show me the money. Because the great part about it is when you do show someone the money, what you actually give them is a great opportunity to really work with you in the fullest capacity possible. Because what happens is you're able to literally walk into the home creation company, look online at the home you have envisioned, or speak to a realtor or a seller or a agent or builder with complete confidence because you know exactly how much you have to spend. Then the benefit of a lot of times people tell you you must have cash. Well, there is a way to be just like cash. And what you do is you can get a mortgage, not a pre approval, get a mortgage commitment from your loan officer. They might not be able to do it unless you have a property. However, if you give them the full scenario, they still might be able to go through that with you because you want to explain to them that just a pre approval won't do. What you need is a mortgage commitment. And if I am incorrect, please someone speak and let me know. I'm always open for change because the change you gives me allows me to educate others. Because whether anybody believes this or not, there is one earth, so we are all on this big, happy, beautiful ball together, whether you want to act like it or not. So, in showing the money, we get a real representation of what you can do. And then you can also create movement with your actual buy or who you're purchasing from because you have money and you're able to purchase them, whether you have cash, gold, Bitcoin, verifiable funds, 401k, or a VA loan, which is a very, very powerful tool because a VA loan is like walking with cash. So remember that, veterans, if you have a VA loan, it is like working with cash. So don't feel like you are or you can't have that dream home you envision. You can. All you need to do is give the lender a call, or you can give us a call and we'll link you in with one of our outstanding associates that works with veterans. Next, what you want to do is, like, let's say, for example, you have your lot and you have your lot and your lot is, we're going to do a change today. We'll do your lot is, 100 by, we're going to switch it. We're going to do your lot is 100 by 80. So that means you can have a home that's 85 feet wide. However, because your home is only 80 feet in the front to back, you can only have a home that is, you subtract 45 from the dimension, and that would give you, well, let's give it a little bit wider because that's just so tight. Let's just say it's 100 by 100. So so you take your 15 off the sides, giving you 85 wide for your setbacks, and then you take 45 off the front and back, giving you 55. So that gives you a home of 85 feet wide by a 55-foot depth. And that's at least a 4,000 square foot home on one level. And that gives you an idea of the size of home you can have for one level, in addition to what you need to remind yourself of. Whenever you're building a home, always be mindful of not just the size of the home and the size of your lot. There is a very important word called setbacks, which is the allowable space this everybody in various counties and states make sure that you have, so that you're able to move around the home and you have a reasonable amount of additional space besides just your home. That way you also have less chance of encroaching or impeding on your neighbor's property, because you have enough room to get on around on your own property. So your next step, so before we jump to the next step, you want to think about, what do you want? Do you want a home that's just on one level? Do you want a home that's on two levels? Do you want a home that's on three levels? So you figure each level, you take the actual square foot space of the actual home, and you take that and you literally can multiply that every time you go up a floor. So like, for example, we said the home is at least 80 by 50. So that's 4,000 square feet on one level. Then you go up again and you go up past that point, and you go up to, what do you call it? Do 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 do. Oh, you go up the next level, which will give you 8,000 square feet. So, and then who knows? Do you want a swimming pool in your home? You can do that. Do you want a sunroom in your home? You can do that. Do you want a playroom in your home? You can do that. Do you want to have a actual garage where you don't have to leave the house to get into the car? You can do that. All these things are your dream home because you are creating the dream. You say what you want for your home, and it's our goal and other builders' goals, and well, other contractors' goals, and other construction consultants' goals, to make sure that we do our best that you have your dream. And why did my video stop? Comedy. Comedy. Where's the cute little forward button, huh? Anyway, like they used to say on My Wife and Kids with my man, the genius, he was like, anywho, so you want to figure out, what do you want in your dream home? Maybe you have kids. Your kids might want a playroom. Maybe you have dogs. Your dogs might want a playroom. Maybe you do a lot of yoga. You might want a yoga room. You might want a weightlifting room. It's all about what you want to create. Okay, so now let's imagine that we're going from we have our home, and that's 85 feet by 55 feet, and we are looking for a lot. Now you have to decide, since we already have the home plan, what kind of lot do you want? Oh, also, I forgot. When you're thinking about homes, what style do you want? Do you want a contemporary style? Do you want a modern style? Do you want a something more futuristic? It's all your decision, or something more early American or early somewhere else. This is your dream and your dollar or your pesos, your dinero, your your what is it? I forget what is it in Deutsch. What is it in Deutschland? I hope that wasn't the wrong word in German area. What is it? I know this. Oh, I so know this. Lieber. I feel so ridiculous knowing that I actually speak German. Anyway, like I said, anywho, the whole point is it's all about what you want. So you should have your dream and you should enjoy your home. Do you want a waterfall in your home? I've seen plenty of homes that really look really nice with waterfalls. Also, your dream is your home, and that's what you want to create. So we have our home, and we know we want what kind of lot do we want? Do we want to be near the water? Do we want to be near a park? Do we want to be near no one? Do we actually want to be near the beach? You never know. You might want to be near the mountains. You might want to actually build your home into the mountains. This is all your possibility because it's new construction. It's how you want to do it. So, what we're actually looking at here, as you can see in the background, are as examples of the EVG 3D build. Now, back to what we're thinking about. So, you have to decide where you want your lot. And one of the great parts about deciding where you want your lot is there are a lot of home plans that you can actually decorate and use the actual slope to create the actual style of your home. So, for example, where your home there's a hilly area, you can, like I mentioned, building your home into the mountain, where you take advantage of the first level and lower levels. And like there's a beautiful home plan I saw the other day, and it literally, I think we all looked at it together. It literally had I thought it was a cute little ranch, and then the back level dropped. I think it was 2 or 3 stories, and it was gorgeous, gorgeous home, gorgeous, gorgeous. So you decide what your home is for you. That is your decision. You create it because it's your home. So now that we know where we want to live, now we know what kind of home we want to live in. Now we also know what kind of lot we actually want to put the home on. The next thing you need to think about is who's going to help you close this lot or with some of the particulars of the lot. Now, one of the things I say that is very important is you have your agents and people that can help you. If you have the extra time and you can actually just, if you're in your office, call somebody and just do work and put them on speakerphone while you got them on hold. Or if you're somewhere, can you just call them and just, keep doing what you're doing until they actually chime in? Because you want to call, and I suggest calling when they open. I mean, like exactly uh, when they open, or at least 5 minutes after they open, regardless of what state it is. Because the great thing is, if you're early, great. Early is always better than late. So now you find out if your home has utilities to it, gas, electric, water. You want to know all this going in. Then, after you find that out for yourself, this is an excellent time for you to call your agent and let them tell you how quickly they can let you know whether your home has gas, water, and electric. Because unless you decide which agent you or broker you want to work with in purchasing your lot. And they can be very helpful, especially depending on how much paperwork you might have to do. With new construction, it's not a hassle at all. At all. All the only thing is because you're creating your own home, everything isn't already created for you if you already bought a already built home. So you have the ability to add things as well as remove things you don't want there that you see a lot of times they actually have in some of the homes you've actually gone to look at. So if you are already educated and you call your agent and your agent can figure out your utility situation, which helps you, and they can let you know if it is zoned for building. Is it a buildable lot? Things you should look for in that area when buying in that area. And how available are they? That is going to be a good question. Here's something new that I have not even thought about, that I had not mentioned previously. When you're going looking for these different agents or brokers, what you also want to ask them is, do you or will you have the time? Because they'll have the time to get the commission. Will they have the time to actually be able to meet you and represent you at a new construction home inspection? Can they be there for you, or will they have someone to be there for you if you're not able to go through the home with you? Because they are there to walk you through the whole thing, not just get a check. And if the agent, you find a good agent, they'll want to help you. They will go above and beyond helping you. Like, for example, excellent garage in Michigan on Grand River named Ray's just got the vehicle back. And I forgot they're so good. I had my play brother come hang out with me at the shop, and I had got him out of bed, and they're so good they got it done. I sent him back to the house or to his house. And when you have a good work person, they actually not only get things done, they find things and correct them for you. Like, for example, I had been driving without heat because of the expense was so ridiculous of what I was told. I was attempting to decide whether to keep my truck, which is a nice truck actually, or buy another vehicle, because I was like, I'm not spending, because I just could not see me spending $1,500 on my, because I knew I had to do some things I had to do. I was going to think about doing with my truck, and I knew if I restored my truck, what it's going to probably run me. However, the other thought was, okay, I got to put $1,500 into this, and then come to find out, not only did they find that out, they found out that the actual, when I thought I had covered and paid for all the coils to be replaced in my vehicle, they weren't. I had a spark plug in my truck that's over 25 years old when I paid for the plugs and the coils to be replaced. So no wonder my truck has been running rough. It's running with a 25-year-old spark plug and coil. I digress. I digress. I ain't got calm about that. Thank you, God. I said, praise God. I said, thank you, God, because they found it. They changed it. And he wasn't even going to change the plug because they usually get stuck sometimes on Fords. So you have to be careful. I said, it's by the grace of God, it just came right out. He pulled it right out, put the other parts right in, and, charged me a little bit. Then he told me something was actually collapsing when he was working on it, fixed it. Now I have heat. So the thing I wasn't even expecting, I have heat again. I wasn't even really dating, because how am I going to put a young lady in the vehicle and I don't have heat? I had one person actually, which is funny, the person actually I mentioned passed. All we had to do was fix a hose and I would have had heat. All we had to do was fix that hose and I'd have had heat. Hilarious. But that's what's good about having a good mechanic. Just like having a good agent. You could have a good agent that will walk you through this just like a mechanic, and they will walk you through and fix every little thing for you before you think of it. They will be like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for the closing, and I'll also be plan to be at every." In fact, they'll ask you. They'll say, "I plan to be at the home inspection. Will you be available? Be at the home inspections to meet me there with these contractors and with the home inspector, or do you need me to view this by myself?" These are the kind of things you want to look for if you're agent or broker mentions for you, because you're walking through creating something. And because you're happy, you want to make sure that you're also thinking intelligently. When our heart strings lead us, sometimes we forget various things, which is, I am so happy, right? It says divine, that I even thought to mention the whole thing about the heat. I have been literally, oh yeah, like I had my play auntie. I literally went and bought a car heater for my vehicle. Then my one excellent mechanic, uh at all Metro, they let me know, or they showed me how to turn it. I didn't even know I still had heat in the vehicle. They showed me how to turn the heat back on. And originally, back in the day. And it's just these, you have those, when you have a good agent, they look out for you. So they'll be there for you before you can even be there for them. And that's something you need, because you need someone to look over various things for you so you don't miss these things, because these type of things are important. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss, who are you going to have to construct your home? Who are you going to have to build your home? And I had the blessing of sitting down with one of the sons of the owner, and we were talking about his home, and he actually had been down in Florida. And, you know, man, I think he got hit by Helene. And it's not just the destruction you can worry about, because he was telling me, after everything that's going on, you got to build with steel and concrete down there. I'm like, okay, that's great. I'm glad everybody is joined the bandwagon to build with steel and concrete. Now, here's something I haven't been talking about, and I had spoken to them previously. You want to find yourself some kind of a system, if possible, that also protects water from, even if possible, getting to your house, such as a Garrison flood barrier. I think he has, you got to look out for that situation of the actual home and deal with it, because you have to be ready for anything. And like I tell everybody always, I don't care if our homes are ready for whatever, get out of there. If you hear a hurricane or tornadoes coming, secure the house and leave. I don't want to find out how well my house is, that you are living in, that you purchased from. It's great to know they stood up to everything, great, but I'd rather have you a couple hundred miles away, because then I know you're not there, and all I'm wondering about is the house. I'm not thinking about you being there, because our house is fantastic. Although our houses are fantastic. So yeah, that's just a thought. So you want to ask the person who is creating this home for you, the contractors, the construction consultants, construction management, what is this house built for? What can this home withstand? Like I say, what is your windbreaker? What is this house's windbreaker? What is your new construction windbreaker? And I know, everything is, they'll say it's up to code. What you want to ask them is, how far above code can this house go? Because with code is something great. However, the one thing that code is, it just means that up to a certain point, which is great. However, if you can go above code, oh my gosh, that is fantastic. Because going above code means your home literally is ready for more than what comes for you, which gives you a little bit more peace. So yeah, that's just that thought. Because that conversation I had with him today was just an eye opener. And I'll see if he's available sometime to. I'm gonna ask him if he minds me sharing information about the ordeal and what he went through, and maybe I could even get him on the show, just as someone who's been through it. which is one of the reasons why I found out about creating these homes in this different concept and type of style. So, what literally you need to do is you're interviewing your builder or contractors who create your home, and you want to find somebody who is comfortable being with you as you are with them, so you can go ahead and have your home complete. One of the things we actually offer with our new construction orders is an actual website that goes along with your home that shows your home and how it's being built. And when things pass various codes and when permits are passed, and like, for example, when a test has been done on the foundation and you're attempting to find out we're attempting to find out whether or not the home has passed the various permitting, it will actually be on your checklist on your website. Isn't that great? And what that does is the contractor or our contractors are allowed to keep building, and we keep you updated about the home. And all you do is think about your beautiful home. And you want to be happy in your home, and we want to make sure you're happy. So that's the goal. Now, the next step is, how are you going to situate your home on your lot? There's so many different ways of how you can situate your home. You can situate your home like a what do you call it? Like you can move it a little bit more on a diagonal, or you can move it more towards the front or the rear of the lot, depending on what zoning is for the area. Some homes have to be towards the front of the lot because of a certain street appeal or curb appeal that the neighborhood has. It might even be in the HOA or the zoning. However, if it's not, you can check with zoning and building and planning and see if it's okay if you situate your home lot in different ways, as opposed to only situating it in one way, which is just the regular old way. Just drop it at the front setback line and leave yourself some room at the rear setback line. Oh, also, how you position your home will assist you with something else, because if you position it more towards the front, then that gives you more room in the rear to have more of a yard space. And if it's the other way around, if you want more of a larger yard in the front, you would situate your home more towards the rear setback line, giving yourself some yard, however, giving yourself more front curb appeal. All these are important matters when deciding your home. And play around with it. Draw a little box and get a little color. You could print one out from online and take the actual house plan of your house, and the lot size. And in fact, you'll be working with the builder. You can actually ask them, can you put the lot down inside the can you put this house plan inside my lot so I can see what it would look like? And they can give you an actual, like, a little printout, so you get an idea of how you might want to position your home in your lot and where it is in the front, more towards the front or more towards the rear. Okay, now let's start thinking about those important dates. Important dates, like, depending on what state you're in and what county, how long it might take for permitting. Permitting, some areas can be as short as, who knows? I haven't heard it this short, but I've the last one we're working with is 5 weeks in Charlotte County, Florida, and it can be longer or shorter depending on the person. Not the person, excuse me, depending one on the home and the actual amount of building going on in the area. If they don't have a lot of building going on, then you may have an issue of being able to build your home very quickly. That's a great issue, isn't it? If they do have a lot of things going in the area, praying that they are and hoping that they are and believing that they are prepared in what they're doing, and you want to be prepared as well, because you being better prepared means that you only have to speak to them once, and especially if they are busy. So you want to find out about the various dates such as the permitting time, the closing dates, the amount of time needed for you to have your funds available for closing, the date when the actual walls will be erected in our case, or the other people's, in other builders cases, other construction associates cases, the dates of inspection, because you want to make sure that you're available and your agent's available to be there for that viewing. And because the home inspector will be viewing to make sure that the home is being built well, in addition to giving you an idea of when you need to be there, dates of each draw, and then your final date of certificate of occupancy, when you will actually be able to get into the actual home. And that's crucial because you want to know how much time you have before you are able to move. So you can allot that time, because if you move too soon, you're going to have to make something available, and that can become costly. That can become very costly. Who wants to pay extra if you don't have to? Isn't this the truth? Now, our next step is the actual, let's see, we've done the draws. Yes, it's the actual closing. Yay! So the actual closing is the actual date of closing, when you're closing, and how much you need to bring to closing. And you hopefully more than likely will be doing your closing virtually, which gives you the benefit of being able to not have to be right there if you don't have to. And if you want to, that's just fine. It's really all about your level of comfortability, because you can actually literally be on the other side of the world closing on your home, especially if you have an excellent agent. Because who knows, your job, let's think about it. If you're military and it's your PCS and you're planning on actually moving, you might be on the other side of the world, and your agent will be doing a lot of this for you. So, you have to be able to do that. A closing, can making sure you can close virtually, which is you can do most in most situations because of our weird way of the world a few years ago. So now you've had your closing, you signing off all your papers, and it's time to begin. The first draw, the home is drawn. I mean, the everything goes in, permitting, start to build, lay the foundation down. Then the next thing, the walls go up. In our case, the roof goes on, the electric and the plumbing is added. Then wiring and all that is added. Then the home is time for a home interview, where you go in and you look over the home again with the home inspectors and see what needs to be done. And if there's nothing else that needs to be added, we're just good to go ahead and continue. And the concrete is added to the home, and the finishing cutesy touches and flooring and all that kind of wonderful thing. And time for that certificate of occupancy. You get that final call. It's time to do that final view for you, and it's time to go home. Your home. Big, pretty doors, your own palace, your own private home. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, that's enough. So that gives you the opportunity and the idea of, how you need to move into the idea of getting a new home. It's actually that simple. You figure out how much money you have to spend, you figure out what type of house you want, you figure out what type of lot and where you want to put the house, you figure out who's going to work with you to assist you with the paperwork, you figure out who is going to create the home for you, or not for you, with you. Then you figure out, oh, then you figure out who's going to create the home for you. Then you figure out the dates and when everything's being created. Then you just have your closing. Then the home's built. It's that simple. So if you're thinking about doing something with a build in Florida, we have available 256 Ravenswood and 256 Ravenswood in Port Charlotte, Florida, 33954. And we have the Ice Cream Shop Home Collective collection that is available for you to view for that location, as well as for the 2163 and 2167 Flagstaff in Punta Gorda, Florida, 33983. Both of those lots are ready to go and have the possibility of as low as $500 down to start your new construction home. Then we also have in Pennsylvania at 438 Winterberry Way, in Detroit, Michigan at 632 North 24th Street, in Buena Vista Township, Saginaw, as well as in 42 Amazon Way in Hot Springs Village, Arkansas, the largest gated community in America. That lot is over 10,000 square feet. The lot in Saginaw is over 5,000 square feet. The lot in Pennsylvania is over 10,000 square feet. Beautiful lots, beautiful possible locations for homes. And we have the Ice Cream Shop Collective ready to speak and create a home for you. That's whether you're looking for a home with something as beautiful as the tiny home mindset of the Greenlee, with the one-bedroom studio apartment on the upper level with full bath, and the one-car garage on a lower level. Excellent for the tiny home concept. We have a few tiny home options. In addition, we have the Joshua, a two-bedroom, two-bath home with a 360 square foot patio on the second floor, right next to your master bedroom and master bath. You have the enjoyment of that swank style living with just something different. And that design is through the house designers. In addition, there are so many choices to choose from, like Demelia at 1,074 square feet, 2 stories, full bedroom on the first level, as well as 2 bedrooms on the next level. Excellent for your narrow lot, which is your 3 scoop. We also have the Sunday, which is an Avalon home, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,581 square feet, ready for you with whirlpool and jetted tub. Another option, which is our largest option for a lot you might choose, in this case, of the lots mentioned, all except for the smaller lot of, not the smaller lot, the different size lot of the lot in Saginaw, which is over 5,000 square feet, very economically priced. And all these lots are ready for your dream home. Give us a call at 941-218-0268. That's 941-218-0268. Or check us out, or please review our website at P as in Port, C as in Charlotte, F as in Florida, home.com. That's PCFHome.com. Or you can reach us at 941-218-0268. That's 941-218-0268. By email or call or text. By email at P as in Port, C as in Charlotte, F as in Florida, home 2023 at gmail.com. That's PCF Home 2023 at gmail.com. We thank you for your time today, for even viewing the show on a Saturday after the holiday. Have a good day, have a good week, and have a good life. This is W.A. Boykin II signing off. Thanks for the memories. It's been another show, and now it's time to go. Things are just fine. We'll see you next time. Keep smiling even if you see snow. Thank you so much. Have a good day, have a good week, and have a good life. This is W.A. Boykin II, Smart Home New Construction. PCF Home. Where is your next home going to be? Let PCF Home assist you in a choice in a better built home that's built by your friends and your neighbors. Most homes today aren't built for the real world. Traditional homes crack, leak, shift, and fail whenever nature changes its mood. Materials get cheaper, craftsmanship gets rushed, quality gets compromised, and the buyer stuck paying for repairs, stress, and the unknown. You shouldn't have to question whether your home can survive the next storm. You shouldn't have to give up vacation, savings, or comfort just to keep the place standing. You shouldn't worry if this house will still be solid 10 years from now. A home should protect you, not burden you. Engineered like tomorrow depends on it. PCF homes are built with precision, steel, reinforced strength, advanced insulation, and weather-defying materials. It stands firm while other homes tremble. Storms pass, rains fade, winds calm. Your PCF home stays the same. PCFHome.com.